Well, a lot of people are always asking me, what do you give people when they come to supper with you? And the answer I always give, or invariably give, is a duck. Because duck serves two purposes. First of all, it's very easy to cook, and that's very important, because when you've got people coming round, you want to spend your time with them. Presumably that's why you ask them round. And it doesn't mind hanging around, so you can leave it for an hour or so if you want to, and it won't come to any harm after it's cooked. The other reason I like to serve it is because it is something special. We don't eat duck every day, so when people are coming, I like to give them something special and easy. So there's my reasons. I happen to enjoy eating it as well myself. Now I want to explain to you how to cook a duck, because a lot of people seem to be afraid of it, and it is very, very easy. The first thing you need is to have a fresh duck, if possible, not a frozen one. But if you have to have a frozen one, then let it defrost very, very thoroughly, and then let it dry. Don't keep it covered in polythene or foil or anything. Let it have some air to it so that the skin can get nice and dry, because the object when you're cooking a duck is to get a nice crisp, crunchy skin, and if it's wet when it goes in the oven, that makes it more difficult. The next thing you do is, before you put it into the roasting tin, is you just prick the fleshy part with a skewer. Now, the object when you're cooking duck is the opposite to when you're cooking chicken. When you're cooking chicken, you want to get it as moist as possible. But when you're cooking a duck, you want to get the fat out of it, because it's got a lot of fat in it. It's a very fatty bird. So the opposite applies. So these little holes that you're making with the skewer will make little escape channels for the fat to come out during the cooking. Then you place it in a roasting tin. And a lot of recipes, when they're talking about cooking duck, recommend you put it on a rack in a roasting tin. But not everybody's got a rack. I haven't got one. So what I do is I use a piece of crumpled foil, which serves a purpose very well. So pop the duck onto its little crumpled foil shelf so that it won't sit in the fat whilst it's cooking. And then the next thing you do is you sprinkle it with a little bit of salt, because salt encourages the fat to come out, and just like when you're cooking pork crackling, the salt also helps to give a nice crunchy, crisp skin, which is what I like when I eat a duck. Now that's all you have to do. You put it into a preheated oven, gas mark 7, that's 425 degrees, and you give it 20 minutes at that high temperature. Then you turn it down to 350 degrees and you cook it for 3 hours.
Nearest to my heart, please don't ever say we'll part. You scold and you were so bold. Years together, our love will grow old. Our love will grow old. You may be a million miles away. Please believe me when you hear me say, come home, keep me from these sleepless nights. Try my love again, I'm gonna treat you right. I'm gonna treat you right.